I assume that means people can hear me.
Yes. That's why I was like,
Yeah.
just so you know.
I don't have secrets like that anyway, so I guess the
Good.
worst thing that could happen is that the viewers know that I was not sure if I should contact you for this little event thing. Um, but
Is this?
yeah,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is. Yeah, it
this is
is.
what. Oh, your
Black Veiled Brides,
songs.
someone asked.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I don't know that. I don't know. I'm not super familiar with a lot of music. But I am relatively familiar with a lot of cartoons. So I am very happy that you came to talk to me on my little event. All month I've been doing animation where I'm animating on stream and talking to guests about cartoons. So,
And you're uploading all of this to YouTube?
Yep, all of it's on YouTube and all the VODs, and it's live now, or it should be. Yep. And
do you mind if I pin your channel?
No, go for it. It should be the same thing, Tiramisu. I already have added you in the little thing. I can also pin. Aww.
There you go.
Cute thing.
So make sure you follow my friend, everyone. Okie dokie, Green Knight. I hope your games are great.
Yeah, have a good time.
I was definitely obsessed with Black Veiled Brides when I was in my little scene kid era.
Scene kid.
Yeah, emo. I always wanted the actual emo haircut, but the one that had the straight bangs, and then it's now known as like the anime girl haircut. But I always wanted that.
What is
I kind of
like
have
the
it.
Hime cut? Like you have like this the sides cut short? Or am I
It's like, do you know how the scene haircut looks? It's that, but with straight bangs. Okay, so it's basically a bunch of layers and very big hair, but you got straight bangs and little hang tails that are a little bit longer. Kind of like sideburns, but not really.
Okay, so it is what I'm thinking. I think it's what I'm thinking of. This looks like
probably
this looks like a wolf cut kind of what I looked up scene girl, but I guess you wanted it more like stylized. I see the little thing. I see the vision.
Yeah, the big issue is I didn't have straight hair.
Yeah. I like your hair. I think it's very cute.
Thank you. I've finally learned how to cut it myself, so it's been nice.
Embracing the coils.
So what are you animating right now?
Right now, I am animating. I don't know if you can like see what I've got going on stream. Yeah. But I am animating this hair. So you can see me kind of scrolling through. I can
Oh, that's gonna be cute.
Yeah, I got the roughs down. I just need to like clean it up.
Is it gonna be a specific character?
It's me. I don't have my little earballs on. Yeah. I don't have my little puppy ears. But it's gonna be me.
Hello.
And it's gonna be for my little music video.
Oh, you do music too?
Yeah. I do music sometimes. I had this song for a little bit. I had Ani-May-tion. She I guess composed it and like did all the mixing and stuff, and it sounds really nice. I don't think I have the audio in this file, or if I do, it's broken. Hold on, this might bust out my eardrums. Yeah, it's very loud. I'm gonna turn it down for a second so it don't bust out my eardrums. If you're in the stream, headphone warning, because I can't turn it down in my software, unfortunately. It's a really roundabout way.
You're playing it right now?
I was when it was going through. I
Oh,
was
okay.
trying to shut up my mouth. I don't know if you heard it at all.
I did not because I have the stream deafened,
Oh, oops,
but
that's
it's
totally
okay.
fine. I can probably send it to you later if you're interested at all. But I guess
Oh, I am.
Okay, I'll send it
What?
to you later.
What's the genre?
It's more like, oh gosh, what is it? I don't know what you would call the genre because I'm dumb, but it's like poppy. It's like
Like electronic music?
yeah, it's like electronic music. The part that I have going here is very like electronic-y because it's just that part. But I can send it to you later, and we'll quit yapping about.
Hey, I'm
my
asking you
nonsense.
questions, okay?
It's true.
I
It's
love
true.
yapping.
I like yapping, but I'm like, I don't want to talk too much about myself. That seems rude, especially when I invited you.
It doesn't. It's not rude. Don't worry.
Okay. But yeah, and
I'm having fun.
I'm glad. Why is this? Okay. Oh, that's right. I turned my headphones way down so I wouldn't bust out my eardrums. But yeah. What is? I'll start with the first question. I know that you went through and you thought about these questions quite a bit, but the first
I didn't. Sorry.
No. You go. You didn't. You did or didn't.
I didn't want to have like a whole bunch of ums or likes. I am terrible at like thinking of things on the spot, so I really have to like do some pre-work so I don't.
So you don't sit there
do
and
that.
like have to think about it.
Yeah, I'll take way too long, and it'll be a lot of like looking up while on stream, and I'm like, that might not be that interesting. We might run out of things to talk about eventually.
I will say that I've been doing this all month, and never once has anyone run out of things to say. So it's been totally fine, and it's okay if we go off on tangents and stuff like that. At least for me, it's okay.
Okay, cool.
I guess I can't say if it's okay with everybody else, but everyone seems to be chill with it. But yeah, the first question that I sent you in my little list of questions was very simple, very like icebreaker. Like, what is your favorite animation? Like, what is your favorite animated media, property, IP, whatever your deal is?
Yeah, I was going through and kind of compiling a list of all of the animation I've really liked. And one just stands out. It's Dead End. It's a really good show if you haven't watched it. But basically, like, these kids go to a theme park. The theme park's got a whole bunch of things going on with them, including, like, demons. It's just, like, it's also very, I guess, inner child healing a little bit because of the fact that, it just very openly talks about certain topics a lot of TV shows don't talk about. One of the main characters is trans. There's another main character who's bi and questioning sexuality and stuff like that. And there's just a lot. And I really like the demon character. The demon character is hilarious.
I'll have to look at this. I've never, I feel like I've seen GIFs of this around, but I've never actually watched the show. And it's it's Frederator, it looks like. I don't know if you're familiar with like production companies and stuff like that, but
not super.
Mm-hmm. But it's
unless they're like huge.
Gotcha. Frederator is pretty big as a production company, but also like a lot of Western animation they don't prop up their production companies the same way that like anime might. So I would not be surprised if people don't know what Frederator is, but they've been in the game for a while.
It sounds familiar. Is it the one that has like the robot?
Yeah.
Fighter.
Yeah.
That? Okay.
Yep.
I know what you're talking about. Okay.
Yeah. So I think I see them on YouTube. It just says like Cartoon Hangover shorts. So Cartoon Hangover, I'm pretty sure is also like a Frederator thing.
I've never heard of that.
I think it's just their YouTube channel.
Oh, okay.
But I'm also like pretty ignorant with their exact business model. I just know the little things I know. I'll have to look into this. I do like the style of it. It is very that like Cal Arts type Steven Universe-esque title or style.
Yeah,
Has, like,
the show definitely gets extremely complicated. Like, it's not... I also like how it's not a very surface level, like, plot. It slowly starts, like, unraveling, and things that seemed minuscule in the beginning of the series turn out to be, like, huge towards the end. Yeah. I'm just so upset because the show was left on a cliffhanger because Netflix canceled it.
Oh no, it's a Netflix show.
It's a Netflix that was canceled.
There's nothing wrong with Netflix shows. Like Netflix shows are really good, but Netflix is so awful to their animation. They will do exactly that. They'll give a show a season, and then they'll be like, "Oh, we're giving it a season 2," or "Okay, we're gonna give you're approved for another season," and then they'll pull the rug out from under these people and be like, "Actually, you get like 5 episodes." And they're like, we thought we were getting, a whole other season. They're like, well, we decided you get 5 episodes. And it doesn't even really matter how well it's doing. Like, Inside Job on Netflix, I don't know if you've seen that. That one was doing pretty good, and they rug pulled it so bad. And I was like, oh, poor guys.
Yeah, it's very frustrating.
It is.
I think it has something to do with taxes for them.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. They're like, we had to waste so much money into the production of the show that didn't pay off.
Yeah.
It didn't pay off because you're not doing any promotion for it. You're not doing anything to make the show successful, and then you just cancel it.
Yeah, and then you're like, who could have done this? We lost so much money. It's like, you did this! You rat!
I know! Because there've been a lot of really good shows that have just been canceled. It's so sad.
I know. It's heartbreaking, because I'm like, I'm such like a cheerleader for animated properties that I'm just like, anytime I see something get canceled too soon or they get kind of like screwed over by production companies and stuff like that, I'm just like, oh god. Like, I don't know if you know the tale of like the Wile E. Coyote versus Acme deal.
No.
So Warner Brothers does the same thing that you were talking about with the tax cutoffs. They start a property and then they never release it, and then they get the tax write-off. They only recently...
That's so weird that is a tax write-off.
Yeah, I don't understand why it feels like it would be a tax write-off to actually release the movie or something. Or at least if it bombs, be like, oh no, it bombed. Can we get like... I get why like the entertainment thing can be a tax write-off, because like producing movies can help get jobs and stuff in different ways, but I get that, but I'm also like, but if you never release the movie, then like what the hell?
Yeah, it's like, why is it specifically when it fails that it's a tax write-off? That's the thing that's confusing for me.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like,
because just like with anything else, of course you're gonna be able to like tax write off some of the production cost. Like, that makes sense. But yeah, that's fun.
Yeah, it's great. We love that.
we love that you can just cancel good shows for no reason.
Yeah, like
I think they did kind of
that show.
I think they tried to do the same thing with, I believe, Strange World, where they did they put nothing into
The
what is it
movie
called? They put nothing into
marketing.
the promotion of the movie. And a lot of people were saying, "Hey, we have to make this successful so that they actually use, more characters with representation."
Yeah.
Because they're gonna write it off and say, "Oh, this is what happens when we make movies with representation."
Yeah.
It flops, even though we put nothing to market it.
Yeah, that is what they do. It's very unfortunate. Couldn't people just people do that. People have argued that could just for reference, I'm reading the chat and it says, couldn't people just intentionally make a shitty movie in that case? So people do that. Like, people argue that Adam Sandler does that all the time. But I don't know
really
that
funny.
I don't know that he does that, but he's been accused of doing that for like years. He just like makes a movie and he brings all his friends in, then he gets like tax write-offs, and they still get paid. So, which is like, if that's what he's doing, like, at least he's releasing the movies.
Yeah. It's also really funny because I feel like that's his niche. His niche is just like really shitty movies that are catered to a certain demographic.
The demographic is me, if you're wondering. I like Adam Sandler movies.
I like some of his movies.
Yeah, no, I realize I'm completely in the minority. I'm like, yeah, they're stupid and all he does is shit his ass the whole damn movie, but like, I still go hee hee ha ha, he shitted his butt. Like, what do you want me to do? I'm a simple man.
The ones that I'm not the biggest fan, I guess it's like all of his, but it's the unrealistic, like, 10 out of 10 baddie falls for him, and all he did was like harass her.
Hey Raven, hey Onyx.
And she's
hey
like,
Griffin,
oh my god, I'm in
Bill.
love with him.
What is this? Just like the archetype of just being like,
yes,
there'll be like this, like a beautiful woman, like we have like he had like Jessica Alba a couple times, I think, in like Drew Barrymore, and just like beautiful woman, and they just like fall head over heels for like this schlubby dude. It's like, what? And it's
Which
not
is
even like
it's
like,
not about
it's about it being him. It's not about like, oh, this is like, it's about, and then he's like also 9 times out of 10 like a shitty person to her.
That's the thing. It's not about looks. It's about the fact that he's actively like bad personality.
Yeah, like in Click, when he's like, I have a beautiful wife, and the first thing I'm gonna do is watch some other girl run with her titties out in slow motion. I'm just like, bro, watch your own wife run with her titties out. You already have the best of what's going on. What are you doing, you fool?
Yeah. I do like how that was kind of a, hey, you're gonna have consequences for these actions, just so you know, type of movie. That was great.
Yeah, in that movie, like, the point was that he was like being shitty and he needed to like enjoy his life with all of the ups and the downs instead of just trying to like what am I trying to say?
Wait, who is Adam Sandler's wife?
I don't know who Adam Sandler's wife is. It is a human.
Apparently he's got a hot
YouTuber.
wife.
That's my friend Clover. She's a human.
Jackie Sandler?
Jackie Sandler. What a name.
Oh, she is gorgeous.
Oh, she is gorgeous.
Even though she's not taller than him, she gives off the energy that she's taller than him.
Yeah.
If they weren't standing side by side, I would imagine she's taller than him.
That's pretty funny. Yeah, That's
really cute.
You know, maybe, like, I'm seeing his wife, maybe he makes these movies because that's how he feels. He's like, I bagged the hottest chick ever, and I'm just like this schlub, you know? Maybe that's just how he feels. Maybe he's self-inserting. I mean, he's definitely self-inserting, but, like, now I get it.
Oh, but does that also mean he just has a really shitty personality?
Maybe. I mean, if you look into the psychology of it, maybe he feels like he has a shitty personality and his wife is just a goddess that he doesn't deserve.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's my psychoanalysis of Adam Sandler movies.
His wife was... Okay, so he was married to Kate Beckinsale?
What?
Why is the first thing that I googled this person, the first thing that pops up is her injuries, and it's like a bruised knee.
Why are we looking at her bruised knee? Leave her alone.
It was the first thing that popped up. What am I not gonna look? I'm sorry.
No, not you. I'm just more like Adam. It popped up enough that a lot of people were like looking it up, you know?
Oh. Oh, they were starred together in Click. Okay, I did not realize that she was the girl in Click.
I didn't realize it either.
Okay, it doesn't look like they were married. They were just co-stars.
Okay.
I misunderstood that entire thing, Jason.
I misunderstood too. I was like, oh, I was like, okay. Fair enough. I guess his wife is just chill with I guess it's just something you go in with that kind of profession, I reckon. Is being okay with your significant other making out with other people.
Yeah, and they also have like movie makeouts, but
yeah.
I know a lot of people, and a lot of people have a lot of different boundaries.
That's fair. I mean, as long as
especially when it's something that's just for work.
I get it for sure. But yeah, that Dead End cartoon looks good. I am so sorry I'm so sorry it was cursed with being a Netflix property.
I know. I'm so upset because it started getting really good and it left on probably the worst cliffhanger it could have left on, which was the potential death of somebody.
Oh my god, not one of those.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, there's no way that they died because you see the future them in the actual show. So it's like there was a lot of loose ends to tie up. If that doesn't tell you, there was just so many loose ends, and they left on the worst cliffhanger they could have. Ugh, cries.
I'm so sorry. Now I'm kind of scared to watch it because I'm like, oh no, I know it's gonna have a cliffhanger. So I'll look at it. I actually can't because it's a Netflix show. Is it still even on Netflix? Like, can you watch it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's on Netflix still.
Okay.
But they also have comics I eventually plan on getting for the show. So you won't have to be on a cliffhanger if you get the comics. Or I don't know if they're technically comics or if they're books.
I mean, do they have pictures?
I think so.
Okay, well, at the very least, I guess they're graphic novels.
Maybe that's what it is.
I would still call it a comic, but I know that there are people who differentiate.
Yeah, it is graphic novel. You're right.
Okay, I was like, I know that they're like official terms and stuff, but I don't get too in the weeds about that stuff. I'm just like,
it's called Dead India, and that's kind of cute.
That's
I don't know why. I don't know why. It just sounds cute.
Have you guys seen that they're making a Legend of Aang movie? I knew they were making something with the Avatar IP, but I had no idea what it was.
I haven't seen anything about it. Didn't they already have a Last Airbender movie? What is this one going to be about?
They had a live action one. I don't know if the new one is a live action one. I don't think they had.
I don't know. Oh, okay. So, yeah, I don't know why with that title I assumed it would be live action.
Yeah, it's a cartoon one. I was like, I don't know anything about it. So I was like,
yeah,
I don't
it's
know.
Apparently a cartoon.
That makes sense. I think more people like
it as a cartoon. It's based on when they're young adults.
I think that's interesting because it kind of like bridges the gap between it bridges the gap between the original run of the show and then the Legend of Korra. I don't know if you follow the Avatar series much. I personally do not, but I know a little bit. And I think that would be interesting.
I watched all of the Fire book and Earth book. I haven't watched the rest. I need to. And I also haven't watched Legend of Korra yet.
Is it the same studio? I don't know. I don't.
The original series was like cut up into books, and that's how it was sold on DVD when it initially came out. So that's how they had their seasons labeled. There was like book 1, book 2, book 3, book 4.
Yeah.
Book Fire. I think.
Yeah.
Was it Fire or Earth that was the first one?
I would almost think it was Water, or because that's when they go.
Maybe.
Because that's when they go to try to learn how to do water bending. But it might also just be air because they discover. I have approximate knowledge of this stuff. I haven't even seen all of Avatar, and I haven't even seen all of Korra. I've been told it's not. They're saying it's gonna be played right out of the battle from the Fire Lord, and yeah, I have no idea. But yeah, I would hope that the original team.
Okay, so you're right. It was Water for the first one.
Okay.
Second was Earth, and 3 was Fire. There was not a 4th.
Okay.
And then it was chapters in the books.
I gotcha. Okay. What's up? Hi, Skipper. Let's see. You're gonna be lurking? Well, thank you for lurking. I have been asked a question, and I'm like, I don't really know how much. The question was like, how much would you personally have to be paid to watch your significant other make out with someone? And I'm like, bro, I don't know. I don't have like a number. If they were getting good
money.
Yeah, I mean, if they're getting good money, I guess if that's their job, that's all fine and dandy. I mean, there are people who are like married to like, you know, adult film stars, and they have like rules and stuff. I think the issue with that stuff is not being transparent about it and not being honest and talking about what's going on. I think that's where a lot of issue comes in.
Yeah, there's definitely, even in like, say, open relationships, you can still cheat. And it's because you're not communicating.
Right.
And you're still going past like boundaries and stuff like that.
Open relationship doesn't necessarily mean open season, unless that was what you
open season.
Yeah, like unless that's like the boundary y'all set. Like that's, I think people misunderstand what open relationships are. And
I don't think that you can have a relationship closed and then open it. It's so rare that happens in a healthy way.
Right.
I feel like you have to start in an open relationship. I don't know if you can change it later.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a relationship expert here. I'm just, I feel like usually if it just is brought up out of the blue, I feel like there are deeper problems than just like, oh, hey, I'm gonna be, I think we should look into other people. It's like, okay, are you looking into other people because that's just like how, like, you know, there are people who are like, you know, these are my needs going into it, or like, what's going on? Hey, I'm gonna bang other people.
There's so many times where that's brought up, and they already had like a specific person in mind that they wanted that they wanted to go open with, and I feel like it's hey, can I get a pass to sleep with this person? I already have been kind of like mentally cheating with.
Putting on the moods.
Yeah. That's why it happens. So you'll see on Reddit all the time. There's am I the asshole for asking for an open relationship and then getting upset that my wife was more successful on the dating market than I was?
Yeah. You are. You asked for this, you little wiener. Do swingers count as open relationships? I mean, in a way.
I think, yeah.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, even if they're doing it together, they're still sleeping with other people.
Yeah. I mean, that's like a very specific nature. Hydrate. Just be a degenerate anime pro tag and you'll get a harem. Easy money, dude. But I guess that kind of goes into the next question.
Very, very much.
Which I guess I don't know. Like, what is your? Because the next question is technically like, what is your most recent? Like, what is your something animated you've watched recently that you're like really gung ho about?
Well, I really liked Frieren. A lot of people were telling me to watch it and like, hey, watch it. It's good. I like it. It's a very chill anime, so it's not like too much. It's not like you were on the edge of your seat the entire time, but it was very much like, aww, a couple of times. It's an adventure anime.
Yeah, I've seen a little bit of it. I think I saw like the first episode or two, and I liked it. I didn't continue watching it, but maybe I should. Usually what happens, especially when anime is like coming out and I start watching it like as it's coming out, I'll watch a couple episodes and then life will happen and I'm like, oh, I dropped off.
Forget about it.
Yeah. But it was good. I saw the first 2 episodes, and then I saw the scene of her making that one person commit die. I've seen that go around. Do you not know what I'm talking about?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh.
She made one person commit die.
Yeah. She hid her mana level, and she showed up.
Okay,
Yeah,
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
To be fair, they were trying to do that to her. They were. You know, that was a demon.
Oh, yeah. No, I have full context. I just think that it's very funny that my only experience with Frieren is the first 2 episodes, which are like kind of somber and chill and kind of reflect on life. And then like that scene, which is like pretty intense. And she like, I don't know if I can go into detail, but
yeah, it was.
Y'all know it's pretty alarming.
I feel like that.
There's no.
I think the only thing I struggle with that show is the fact that they're like too good. I don't expect them to ever fail, so there's no like.
Gotcha.
There's no surprise. There's no like, oh.
Right, you're never like thinking that the character, like Frieren, is going to be in like a bad situation. You're just like, she's too OP. You're never like, yeah, this is gonna be her downfall. You're more like waiting to like the suspense comes from how, right? Like how you're like, I know she's gonna succeed, but I don't know how she's gonna succeed. Rather than worrying that she's in actual danger. Hi, Joe, you little wiggler.
Yeah, that's the only issue I have is it's a little too. That's why I say it's a more chill anime in my opinion. You don't expect anything bad to happen, and it's kind of her reminiscing a lot of it. Like a lot of it, she's going back on memories that relate to her new adventure. With her past adventure with the heroes who defeated the Demon King.
Yeah, so she's like, because my understanding is that she kind of like took a lot of stuff for granted, and then in her newer adventures, she's reflecting on like times thinking that it would be nonstop. Aw, thank you. I don't know why I said thank you. That's her photo.
Oh, thanks. That is my profile picture in Discord.
It'll default to that if the person doesn't have it set up. If you're interested, I can show you how to set up a Fujitech, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
If I'll remember. The big issue with me saying, oh, if you're interested, I can help you out with this, is that the big like caveat is like, if I remember. And I have no issue with you being like, hey, sending a reminder if it's something that you really want to do. But
yeah, at that point, it's my responsibility. You've already offered.
Yeah, well, I appreciate that you feel it that way. Because it helps me be like, well, I guess it wasn't like that important. And then like later I'll be like, oh, I totally forgot. Ah.
Yeah, at that point, you already put out the offer.
But you can just let you know. I don't use a cam, so I do have a model. If you're interested, I'll pop that up while we're talking. But usually when I'm drawing, I don't use it because I am shoving my face 2 inches away from my drawing tablet. So my camera doesn't pick up my face when it's like, you know, not visible. But yeah,
hi Joe.
Hi Joe. Joe in the chat. I thought I said hi to Joe. Oh, Joe came over to your chat. Hi Joe.
Oh, my back.
He likes weird little drawings.
And I love that for him.
I love,
who doesn't?
I don't, you know, fair. Who doesn't? They're very enticing. What if I want to see a really, really up close?
We really need the up the nose shot.
Oh, okay, hold on. I'll get that going real quick. Don't see the nose hairs.
As you should.
Yummy. Num num num. But
by the way, I don't think I've ever asked, what are your pronouns?
I go by they them, but I'm pretty open to pronouns. I'm never if you play with Alfie and us again, Alfie is very defensive about my pronouns, which is very, very endearing. They will be like, they, them, by the way. And I'm like, Alfie, that's not their fault.
As they should.
I know. I mean, I should be the one to do that. Like, it's more of like, they shouldn't feel the need to like go up to bat for me. I should have the backbone to be like,
I think that's what you should do.
What?
I know, defend your friends.
Oh, absolutely. Welcome back.
No, I think it's great.
Well,
that was fast. How fast were those ads?
I don't think I haven't messed with my ads, so they're probably on like the absolute minimum setting.
Oh,
So-
I have mine to where it's pre-roll off.
Yeah.
So it's like 1 3-minute ad every hour.
I probably should look more into it. I am the most like low-key like streamer because I don't ever put any of my stuff.
Oh.
I know. I unlocked items. Why is it not letting me? Oh well. Sorry, you're not going to be able to see up my little noser, but I'll turn on my model for you. I'll try not to shove my head directly into my tablet.
No. Alfie misgenders themselves all the time?
Alfie technically goes by any pronouns, but they don't like that it gives you the nose. It won't let me zoom in. I don't know why. But Alfie will...
You're so funny, Lil.
Here we go. There you go. Up the nose. Up the nose. That's what... Does that work? Is that...
I love the blinking eyes.
As my little blinks. I hope that has pleased you, sire.
6 feet.
Too close, 6 feet. But yeah, what was I saying? I don't know what I was saying. Oh, Alfie goes by any pronouns, but they don't like that if they give people that freedom, everyone just will default to she, her. They think it would be like more cool if people would like rotate, but most people are not going to do that, so they default to they them so that they don't have to deal with the just being she heard.
Yeah. I don't think I would have ever thought of just like rotating.
Right. It's like, it's not like, I think the only person that bigger person that I know that does stuff like that is Finster, I think is their name. Their audience will rotate a lot between he, she, they, them. So I think that they like that kind of model.
Pink's so cute.
Yes.
Finster actually called out Pink when she donated. Was it 5 subs, Pink?
That's so sweet.
It was something like that. It made her so excited. That was really cute.
Oh, that is exciting. It's exciting to be like notice me senpai kind of deal, you know? It's cute. Pink is the cutest. I don't know Pink that well, but I have enjoyed the couple times that I've heard about him. Still can't believe it.
Yeah, she's very chaotic too. Whenever we play Repo, I just got a few clips last night. Not last night. It was the night before, I believe. Of our Repo match the last time we played Pink, and the amount of times you tried to blow me up. That was rude.
Oh my gosh. I played Repo. Somebody bought me the game because I'm so bad at like having games. I'm always afraid that like the games are gonna like go out of like people are gonna stop playing them by the time I get to them. So I very rarely
That's
will
not
buy
irrational.
those games. Yeah, so I very rarely will buy those kind of games, but somebody bought one for me, and I got a little groupie together, and they were just pranking me back and forth because everybody already knows like all the mechanics, and I literally didn't know anything about it, and they were like, "Oh hey, look at this duck," and I'm like, "Oh, it's cute."
My god!
And then I picked it up and it beat my ass. I know, that's what happened.
That's so funny.
I know, because they were like, "Oh look, Tira, it's a duck. It's a duck, Tira. If you love little animals," I'm like, "I do love little animals," and I picked it up and then it murdered me. I was like, "Ah, I should."
The gnomes are the worst, in my opinion.
I'm sure I saw the gnomes, but I died pretty quick in most of those games because I am very gullible and I trust my friends.
Well, maybe you should stop doing that.
I can't.
How dare.
I got that dog tendency where I'm just blindly trusting.
Cart cannons? What the heck?
Cart cannons.
I wonder if that's the only way you're gonna be able to defeat Mr. No-Face.
I don't know. I don't think I ran into No-Face.
You've seen Spirited Away, right?
Yeah, but I don't think I ran into them in Repo. Or, like, I know it's probably not No-Face exactly. I assume it's, like, a similar looking design.
It just looks so similar.
I'm not
so similar.
Blow up Clover. I'm number one, I'm bad at the game, so I wouldn't know how to trick anyone, but number two, I don't got that dog in me.
Oh, I think he was talking about Pink. Pink probably would.
Sounds like she already did.
She did, like, 3 times.
That's fun. Two new weapons for the cart. Interesting. Well, I'm glad I have the game then. I'm hoping that maybe when there's an update, my friends will start posting lobbies and such. And
hey, I'd be down to play anytime.
Oh yeah, I mean, you're in the like server, so if there's any games popping up. And if I know that like Discord is like a I'm sure that like everything gets buried. If I ever see one open, then I'll let you know. I'll send you a link if that's something you're interested in, of course.
Okay.
Because I know that we said every Sunday we do Rivals, and you're also welcome to hang out for that. What's the thing on the forehead? Oh, on my animation? Hair? Sorry, you probably haven't seen the animation, so it just looks like nothing right now.
I think Lil's talking about the eyebrows.
Oh, those are my eyebrows. I got little dot eyebrows.
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 But speaking of what I most recently watched, I also watched Disenchantment.
Do you like that? I saw a couple of the episodes and I thought it was okay. I wasn't like
it kind of is the same vibes as like a show like Futurama. So
yeah, because it's the same creator.
Yeah. So it's like medieval Futurama. It's a good watch to go to bed. I don't know. I think it gets really complicated toward the end of the show.
Yeah.
But I do really like it.
Is it like complete? Like has it run its stuff?
I don't know. I haven't finished the last season. I'm on like the 7th episode.
I see.
Of the last season that at least they have updated right now. I don't know if there's going to be another.
I gotcha. I have no idea. I've watched the first couple episodes.
Okay, Pink.
Have a good night. Oyasumi nasai. Got the eyelid brows. But yeah, it's is Lucy the little devil monster in Disenchanted or Enchantment?
I think it's Disenchantment.
Okay.
Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, no, it is Disenchantment.
Okay. I was gonna call it something wrong, which is not like horrendously wrong, but like dad wrong, where he just says like something slightly incorrect, like Naruto. I was gonna hit it with that old Disenchanted.
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
Nah, it seems like I liked it. I liked its I like the main character. She was like fun because she's just kind of like a brat. I like a bratty character. I low-key thought oh no. I do kind of see what you mean, but that's just
what?
The bangs of what I'm drawing.
Oh.
It's only gonna be there for one frame, so...
You really think someone's gonna have that on their head? Lil.
You never know with these artsy types. They always like to... Every time
I really
see,
leave
like,
them guessing.
Yeah, well, like for real though, with like animation, especially like music videos, they get real into like that kind of, sexy morphism type stuff.
The amount of times I've seen shows do something with guys having balls on their chin.
Yeah, exactly.
Or literal ball chin.
The ball chinian. Exactly.
Okay. Well, you have a point there. This is Twitch.
Right.
All right.
That is
We're not
also
trying to get
fair.
banned.
No. I am not. I will say, like, a lot of times I'll be like, oh, I don't. Yeah, that's the ball chinian that I was talking about in Men in Black. You gotta punch them in their chin because that's where their gonads are. But I like to say on Twitch that I don't really do Twitch for like a job. Like I would like to make money on Twitch, but ultimately like it's a hobby for me that I'm just doing things that I think are cool or fun. Like this event. Like I'm not getting paid to do this event. I'm just doing it because I thought it'd be cool. So I let a lot of things slide on my channel that you really shouldn't, especially if you're trying to get monetized. But I'm not so bold that I'm just gonna straight up draw full womb on the stream. I'm not that bold.
I'm getting a bunch of bots trying to add me on Discord right now.
Oh, how kind.
I know.
As fun as that would be. Yes, full spread eagle. I'm so sorry. Did you join like a gaming Discord recently? Like a Genshin Impact or something?
No.
Okay, then I have
The
no
only
idea.
gaming Discords I'm in is Outlast Phasmophobia, and I've joined Ascendant but never played that one. I might leave that.
I find that like the bots are the worst in like if you join a like game Discord to get like updates, like if you follow like Marvel Rivals Discord so you can like get updates pretty regularly. Like that is where I usually get like the worst bots is like from official like game Discords.
I think the one that's the worst, I have a friend who's constantly getting her Discord hacked. Or not hacked, but a bunch of bots come in and like
poor girl.
yeah, be real fun.
Oh yeah, really.
So maybe
fun.
it's her Discord. Yeah, yeah, real fun.
But yeah, I'm sorry you're dealing with bots. All of my
Oh, it's okay. It's not anything.
Yeah, it's just annoying. Sometimes it's funny. I have a friend who will lead on bots just to see what they say. And I'm like, I don't have the time like that, but I don't have that in me to like sit there and talk to the bot and be like, oh, interesting, yes. Because he gets a lot of the bots that are like, bad. Hey, you're a oh, you said you're gonna be right back.
No, I said I feel bad.
Oh.
I accidentally fell for... No, I fell for a bot once. I didn't, like, click any links or anything, but I invited them into my Discord because I thought it was another content creator. And then I didn't look past the fact that they had all of the links on the actual Discord, and I was like, oh, okay, it must really be them, because otherwise, why would they not?
Right.
Why would they have all of their links on their Discord if it's not the actual person, you know? But yeah. Nothing happened. I ended up kicking him out like a few days after, but I was like, damn,
right.
I fell.
Like,
I fell for
it. My nice inviting nature has what's the word? Backfired.
No nose cam here.
Oh, sorry.
None.
I've created an unrealistic expectation now.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
It's alright. I'll riot in the streets in the morning. Today, we're just gonna relax.
Tomorrow, friendship terminated. Today, for the next hour at least, I'll pretend to like you.
Oh my god, damn. Oh.
No. I don't think that, just so you're aware.
No, I am.
Oh,
how dare you, Lil?
You wouldn't do that. How dare?
You wouldn't do that to me.
You're gonna do that to my friend?
You're gonna do that to me?
How could you?
I'm gonna cry.
No. Don't cry. Don't be mean to my friend. Don't make my friend cry. It's not cool, brother. Or sister. I don't know your preferred... whatever. Gender identity. But yeah. So, I do like just disenchantment. And I feel like it's a good like putting on in the background show, so I might put that in my rotation, because it's like a comedy show, and I guess you said like later on it gets kind of deep, but
yeah, later on,
grab me.
Yeah, later on it gets a little bit more complicated, a little less like surface level comedy.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with a show being just surface level comedy either.
Yeah, no, I agree. Well, I don't mean like surface level comedy. I mean like more interesting stuff happens. Basically.
Gotcha. Well, yeah, because usually in shows like that, they use like either the first season or the first like half a season to establish like character dynamics, being like, okay, this is this character, this is how they work, this is this character, this is how they work, this is how they work together. So I usually will give shows that time to work on, you know, tell me the story, like show me these characters, and then we'll go from there, which is nice.
It took me a while to start liking Rick and Morty, and I'd never gave it that first season, and maybe I should have when I first started watching.
Right.
But the throwing up and drooling constantly grossed me out, like, really bad. I don't know why. I guess it was just the sounds. It gave me the heebie-jeebies.
Do you have, like, mesophobia at all?
I don't think so, which is so weird. I can understand, like, I don't have, that's you hate when people eat and the sounds of them eating and stuff, right?
Yeah, it's like mouth noises, like lip smacking and like that kind of thing. And eating.
No, I don't think I have any problem with that. I just think it's because it was like associated with being like sloppy drunk and throwing up.
And throwing up and all that, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I totally get people's if and you say you like it now, but it was a hurdle for you to have to get over that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I totally
Sorry.
No, I was just saying I do not blame you at all. Like if that is like like I don't think that you should have to sit there and be uncomfortable so you can get used to liking a show. You know what I mean? Like
I only gave it a second chance because I had a friend who told me that gets better after the first season and they don't do it as much. So nice. It was because it was like an all the time thing basically at first. And once it stopped being an all the time thing, I started liking the show a lot more.
That makes sense. I think that I think that that's a good reason to yeah, if I was like, ugh, they're just throwing up and being gross all the time. Unless I was like, I don't think that would be a hard sell for me. Like, I don't know about that. But I do like Rick and Morty, so I'm not caught up. I'm very behind at this point. I know I haven't.
Unless they have new seasons coming out, I think I've watched it all.
I know that they got new voice actors at some point. I don't think I've watched it since they got the new voice actors. So,
okay, maybe same here then. Well, no, I think
haven't watched it in a while.
Because they replaced it when the what's-his-face got,
Yes. When Justin Roiland was on, got... What's the word? I don't know what the legal word is. There's like a legal word... Convicted, I guess? That sounds a little extreme, because I don't think he went to jail or anything, but there were some accusations and alleged things thrown around, and the studio was like, yeah,
Settlements, maybe?
Settlements, maybe? Yeah, I don't think he did any time for it, but...
That doesn't mean it didn't happen, though.
No.
But everything's alleged.
Yeah. That's my thing. I'm like,
because we don't want to get sued.
I wasn't saying that. Yeah. I wasn't saying that they didn't happen. I'm just saying he's not in jail.
Yeah.
Take that as you want. Have I watched Big Mouth? Or have you watched Big Mouth even?
Big Mouth made me a little uncomfortable.
I can't watch Big Mouth. I can't get into it. I don't like it. My sibling was obsessed with it, so I've seen stuff here and there, and I've like been in the room with them while they were watching it, and I'm just like, I get where it's coming from. I understand the point. I just think it's not for me, and it also like just kind of icks me out. I'm just like, ugh. Plus, I'm like not a huge fan of the art style, and
I think it goes back to one of the reasons I don't like a lot of anime. I mean, it is It's basically like showing puberty and everything, but it's showing everything in such graphic detail. And these are
Yeah.
like, keep in mind, 10-year-olds.
Right.
Like you're
they're
showing 10-year-olds getting like hard-ons and stuff like that, and doing
right.
going through puberty and normal things, which is it's fine that that happens, but we don't need to see it we especially don't need to see it in such detail.
Right.
Like,
And I think to its
yeah.
credit, it makes it very not hot. Like they made the art style very ugly. Like it doesn't like they're talking about sex and it does gross me out, but at the very least it doesn't feel like sexualized, if that makes any sense. So in like some regard, I'm like, it's important that we talk about these things, and I think that that's good, and I'm glad that there are no actual like children involved in this. But then on the other hand, I'm like, this is a show for adults about kids.
Yeah, it feels like, the show, or not the show, the movie, what is it called?
No idea.
Oh my god, I'm drawing a blank. I never watched it, but it went viral because it was from a French movie maker, and they were like, hey, so we're gonna make a commentary about how women and girls are sexualized and dancing. And
is this Cuties?
They went, yes, Cuties. They went so far, they
undercut their own message.
Yeah, they did their message, so they did the thing. That's it. Their message wasn't there because all they did was just do the thing that they were trying to have social commentary on.
Yeah, they're like, you shouldn't do this, does it? And it's like, all right.
Yeah, they flew right past the point and then just did the thing.
Because they used real kids for it. Like, I guess, like that's kind of the difference between, like, that and, like, the, like, Big Mouth, where everyone who is voice acting is an adult. They sound like adults. They don't even sound like kids. And the art style is just ugly. So, like, it doesn't even come across as particularly, like, enticing in that way. And then, yeah, we're going to criticize sexualizing young girls by sexualizing young girls.
Yeah, that was what they did. They did just do that. From what I heard from people who did actually watch it, is it was extremely uncomfortable because they also did a bunch of like close-ups while they were like gyrating and stuff.
Oh Lord,
it was weird.
I didn't. Once they were like, yeah, it's about sexualizing kids, I was like, I think I'm gonna pass. But thank you.
I just ended up watching a bunch of YouTubers talk about it when it first came out.
That is so fair.
There are shows that tend to tackle heavy and important topics, but sometimes the show can be its own worst enemy. My best example is Moral Oral. I think it's a good show, but it's so inherently dark that it eventually led to Adult Swim canceling the show. I don't think I've ever seen a Moral Oral.
So Moral Oral does get extremely dark, and it gets uncomfortable as well. It is about a kid who lives in an extremely religious town, which doesn't come across, like, at the beginning you're like, this isn't like inherently bad, and they're just kind of like riffing on Christianity, which, like, take that for what you will. It's just a show.
Oh, but, it looks so much like what is it called? Robot Chicken.
Yeah, it's in stop motion, but I don't think it's the same studio. It's Adult Swim, but it's not Stupid Monkey or Stupid Buddy. That's the animation studio that does Robot Chicken.
Yeah, it's created by Dino Stampa Colossus.
What a name. That's awesome.
I don't think I read that second part right, but that's funny. I feel like I've seen clips of Moral Oral before, because the characters look familiar.
Yeah, you've probably seen clips of
And
it.
I just thought it was Robot Chicken. I thought it was a bit that they did on there.
Yeah, no, it's its own show. It's got like some pretty compelling storytelling in terms of like the characters, because a lot of the first like introduction of the season, it kind of like shows you a bit of like the facade of it, and then it really kind of, as the series goes on, gives you a look in the cracks of all of it. And it becomes less about Christianity and more about the characters just being self-serving hypocrites in a lot of ways. Like, you kind of
I can see why that would have been canceled.
Yeah, it's a bit like I said, I think that the story is pretty compelling. I get why it got canceled, but I think it's overall good. But it gets uncomfortable. It is not afraid to go there.
I'd be down to watch it. Are you talking about Cuties, Lil?
What?
They had a scene where a poor main character got her pants taken off by bullies.
I mean, I think they're talking about Cuties, but I would not be surprised if that was in Moral Orel either. But
I think that was before we started talking about it.
Yeah, it's the movie Cuties. Ugh.
Matt Walsh wasn't the only one. There was a lot of right-wing talking heads that were defending Cuties. I know Sneeko was one of them.
Oh no. I don't
He loved that one. That was one of his favorite movies.
To this day, I think he still defends it. He's like,
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
backing down. At some point, I think I would just back down for the sake of never having to talk about it again. You know?
Well, I think that controversy did probably get him some viewership, and I feel like a lot of the people who are on that side are like, anything for the views.
Yeah.
But the issue is the views are temporary, so you have to be constantly in some form of like controversy.
Yeah, I have the issue of I have this problem where I have morals, so I can't be doing all that.
Yeah. I have this problem where I got anxiety and I hate for anyone to not like me. I know it's inevitable, but I'm like,
right. But
dang.
You're not like, I'm just gonna invite it in, you know? Like, there's a difference between the inevitability and then just being like, yeah, I'm gonna have a bad take just for like the controversy of it all.
Yeah, I ended up finding out that a mutual doesn't like me, and it kind of broke my heart for a few days. I was like, what did I do?
Oh.
Cries.
I like you if it's any consolation.
Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome. Oral is a good example of good intentions, but going in the worst way about it. Yeah, the first season is a lot of just like misunderstandings, because there's an episode where they go over like, you know, the like, oh, you shouldn't masturbate type thing because God doesn't like you to like spill your seed. And he's like, oh, okay, I get it. And his solution instead is to bottle up his seed and to put it in like a turkey baster and put it in like random women in town while they're sleeping. Which is, like I said, it goes there.
Okay.
It's pretty wild.
That's the loopholes a lot of those type of jokes have been made for a really long time. Like in shows, they'd like allude to doing it in any hole except for the holy hole, you know? But that is very much going far.
Oh yeah. Like I said, it's pretty the holy hole.
I'm glad you like that. He became God's baker. No.
That's in the show. Like that's
funny.
I don't even think Rack is making that up. I think that's what he refers to himself as, but I could be wrong. Because I haven't seen this in a long time.
You can't have. What about this scripture that's like you can't have children unwed? Does he not know what happens to seed when you try and fertilize egg?
I think that the problem is that he probably doesn't. He's kind of just going off of what his dad tells him and doesn't actually like know scripture because he's a kid.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. So he doesn't like fully understand what the like ramifications of his actions are. He's just like, oh, well, I don't want to do anything wrong or bad. So he's like, but I also don't want to stop jorking my peanuts. So I'll figure this out. But yeah, it's a rough.
I felt like just putting it in the bottle was enough, because then you're not spilling seed. It's not spilling anywhere.
Yeah, it's just in the bottle. It's fine.
Yeah, it's stored away. It's fine.
I would have to remember how the show explains it, but they make a point to be like, oh yeah, you need to make sure that it's going into like a woman kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah. I can't remember, and it probably for the best. Can't spill the holy seeds. The holy seeds goes in the holy hole, as it were. But
in only the holy hole.
And nowhere else. But yeah, speaking of that cursed conversation, do y'all, or not, well, I guess anyone, but specifically you, Clover, what is a show, what is an animated piece of media that you did not like at all? I know you said that you didn't like Rick and Morty, but you kind of came around to it. Is there like a show that you did not come around to and you're like, no?
Not a show, but Elemental for sure. Absolutely hated it. It was really bad. Yeah.
I haven't seen it, but
the script felt AI generated.
Oh no.
Not only that, the entire concept of the show doesn't make, or not the show, the movie doesn't make sense. It's supposed to be kind of like anyone can love anyone type of thing. But then they make the character fire and water, and literally fire and water cannot mix.
It feels like they're
impossible.
It feels like they're endorsing like a toxic relationship.
Well, it's not. I don't know if it's just that. It's also the fact that these things literally don't mix. So your metaphor for everybody can love everybody doesn't make sense, because these things cannot mix. They do
not go together.
They don't go together. Fire and water hurt themselves if they go near each other, type of thing.
Right.
Like, they just can't magically not.
Yeah, they don't.
And they don't really do anything in the show to make it to where it makes sense as to how they can quote unquote mix. I don't know, it was just weird. It just felt like a lot of it was AI generated and very like surface level thinking.
Damn.
Yeah. I also didn't like Inside Out 2.
I didn't watch Inside Out 2.
I only watched it because it came on Disney Plus. I wasn't gonna pay for it in the theaters. I heard it's really bad before I watched it. But watching it, I really liked the first Inside Out, but it just kind of felt a little empty. I don't know, it just felt like a sequel to have a sequel.
That's gonna be a lot of Disney going forward. They did say that they're going to focus on making sequels and making spin-offs versus making original shows. So a lot of their stuff is finna be not great, just cash grabby and stuff.
I love that for us.
Yeah, but it's okay because there's a lot of animated properties that are coming out that are original, and there's like a big indie animation scene which has a problems of its own, but I'm glad that creators are out here making something worth watching. They have stopped making live action remakes.
I hope so. Everybody's been asking them to.
The problem with like, people saying that they don't want them and the money they get when they make them is like okay, you guys.
I'm not excited for the Lilo and Stitch.
It looks bad. It looks like just like the rest of the live action ones. It just looks like the worst version of the original movie. And they made Stitch, and it kind of looks like Stitch, but I feel like it's not as emotive. Like, all of the live-action remake, like, characters and animals, like, when it's not, like, a real human and, like, CG, they don't make it cartoony enough, and it just kind of looks uncanny. I'm like, I feel like you should either blink more or open your mouth wider or something. Like, I don't know what it is.
The thing. Animation is just like not realistic, and if they tried to make something that's animated realistic, it won't look right.
Yeah, no, I agree. You think the new version
that's
of the
reason
Avatar...
why we have animation.
Yeah, the reason people make animation is because there are things in animation that you cannot do in real life, and that's kind of the appeal.
Yeah, there is an appeal to animation.
It's crazy.
It's fun.
Imagine, it's fun. It's expressive. It's over the top. It's supposed to be.
Yeah, and you know, in animation, characters can like get beat up, and then they're here next. They're here still.
Yeah,
like one of the ongoing jokes of Disenchantment is there's this guy who leans out of the window all the time, and he's like questioning everything that's going on, and then just someone shoots him with an arrow. And he's still there again and again and again.
He's just like, hey,
they shoot him with a flaming arrow every single time, and he falls out of the window just to come back.
Yeah, that's a funny bit. I love that.
Yeah. What about the mask that Jim Carrey did? I mean, that's still got CGI, doesn't it?
It has CGI, but the mask is not meant to be an animation. It's kind of an homage to animation in a way, because Jim Carrey's character really likes cartoons, and they made that some of that CGI like really expressive. However, Jim Carrey has a crazy face. He can make some crazy expressions.
Yeah.
That guy is like, him and Willem Dafoe are like the closest humans to cartoon characters that we have. Right? Like, their faces are so like plastic. They can make like the most outrageous expressions. And I think that's great. But like, Jim Carrey can't physically pop his eyes out of his head like a howling dog. Like, they had to CGI that. But I will say that is a good example. Yeah. They barely use CGI because he's already animated as frick. Exactly, but like, in that degree, they still made him overact, you know? They're like, okay, you're being a cartoon character, so you need to be crazy, you know? Like, you need to overact. And there's a reason they cast him for that role versus anybody else, because like, I mean, they probably could have found someone to do it, but like, if you think of a lot of actors and stuff, and he has an amazing Eggman. Yeah, I love him as Eggman. He's such a good Eggman.
I don't think I've seen Eggman.
It's Sonic, the Sonic movies.
Oh, I haven't seen the Sonic movies. I have played Sonic, but I haven't seen the movie.
So I will say the movies get better and better as you watch them. The first one is like, and I don't think any of them are bad, but of the three that are out, the first one is the worst of the three, and it's still pretty good. It's not, I would say it's closer to like a regular, like, decent kids movie. The first one is like a decent kids movie, and the rest of them get better.
I'm just glad that they ended up changing him.
Oh,
Do you
yeah.
remember what he was going to look like?
Oh yeah. Also, I'm so
That
sorry.
was-
Somebody's like being. I don't know if they're mowing their lawn or revving their engine or something loud outside. I'm so sorry.
Sounds like a motorcycle. You're good.
Yeah, it probably is. Sorry, I stopped talking so I could like listen. But yeah, the
Oh, God, the
Sonic
horror.
before is so bad.
I don't know who thought that would be a good idea to release to the public.
I have no idea. I'm just like, ew.
And it's also with the Lilo and Stitch, going back to that. One second. I need to
good,
turn
you're
my
good.
alarm off.
You're awake.
Going that was another alarm. But going back to the Lilo and Stitch one, apparently they're not gonna have the main villain in it. So I don't know who the villains are gonna be.
They're not gonna have
I forgot his
gosh.
name.
It's like Gunda or something. Oh gosh, I can't remember.
Something
either.
like that.
Gantu. Thank you, Rack.
Pleakley isn't gonna cross-dress.
What the fuck?
I know, they're gonna be like just genuine, they're gonna look like genuine humans instead of doing the
They're not
bit
even gonna
of
bother
the cross-dressing where
looks
Pleakley
like-
just kind of looks like an alien,
but dressed up.
but dressed up. Like that's
the
an entire
bit.
bit. It's supposed to be funny.
No jokes
even cute.
allowed.
Literally, Pleakley
No
would
jokes
always
allowed. No, he's awesome.
But there's also what is it called?
My
There's a
fanboy
part
alien. Yeah.
Captain what's his name? That's exactly.
Gantu.
That's
how I
it.
felt. Weird.
There's
Oh,
you know the
sorry.
guy who would always like drop his ice cream in Lilo and Stitch?
Yeah, are they getting rid of him too?
They made him a native Hawaiian.
But that defeats the purpose.
But the exactly.
Bro,
exactly.
they watched Lilo and Stitch and they whitewashed it, dude. They made it like nothing. They're like, we're gonna take out all the like the point of Lilo and Stitch is
The joke is he's a tourist.
well, it's even like the point of Lilo and Stitch and like Nani and Lilo's like frustrations is because Hawaii is such a touristy place and all of their business goes around tourists, and then these tourists suck. Like they had some deleted scenes where Lilo would like prank on the tourists and they just did not.
Oh, the tsunami alarm one? Or tsunami?
Tsunami. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I saw that.
Which is funny, and they took it off, and I'm like, I get it, because it doesn't really add or take away anything. Like, it just is a fun bit.
They
and
should have
it's
put it in the
also-
show.
Yeah, that would have been good. That would have been a good place to put it, but it is funny, like, because that's part of it, right? Like, Lilo is, like, very into her, like, Polynesian heritage. She does, like, hula dancing, and she's just, like, a weird kid. And even, like, in a place where that's her culture, everyone puts her down in her hula dancing. And most of the people in her culture are like, in her class are not even Polynesian or from Hawaii. Like, and I think
Like that one redhead. I forgot her name.
I think it's Myrtle.
Oh my god, yeah, she looks like a myrtle too.
She does look like a Myrtle.
She was cursed from the start.
She came out the womb looking like a myrtle. They're like, "Oh, sorry. You were assigned myrtle at birth."
That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't they just don't care, and they want to sanitize everything. I feel like a lot of people bitch about like, oh, they're sanitizing media and they're censoring everything, and I'm like, you're right, but for the wrong reasons.
Yes, I
Right?
agree.
I'm like, they
I
are
agree.
doing that. We're
We're doing literal book burnings, and it's not
Exactly.
for your
Crazy
comedy.
Right. It's not so
It's
you
not
can't,
your
it's not 'cause
comedy
you
that's
can't
being
say
burned.
the R word without people like getting mad at you.
Mm-hmm. It's really funny to me because a lot of people say freedom of speech all day long, and then the thing is, the freedom of speech, you have the freedom to say whatever you want and do whatever you want. But
That
no
doesn't-
matter what you do, there's going to be consequences for your actions. That's with
Yeah.
everything. There could be good consequences, there could be bad consequences. If you say something and someone punches you in the face,
That's a
well,
consequence. Yeah.
that's a consequence of your actions.
Right. Freedom of speech just means you can say things and not like get arrested. It doesn't mean you can say things and then people won't like shame you. Like,
Yes, you're not free of shame.
you're not
at
free of
all.
shame, you're just free of legal consequences.
Not Jack dropping her full legal name. Myrtle Edmonds.
Yeah. That makes it so much worse.
Yeah.
There's a reason Reddit has a oh no consequences. I feel like the
Oh,
most
really?
offline person in the world when people start talking about Reddit. I'm just like, I don't go on the internet. Apparently, I just sit here and just watch YouTube and draw pictures all day. I think that's literally all I do.
I want to do Reddit reading now, and I want to specifically look at that Reddit.
Ah.
I'm gonna message you that so I don't forget about it.
Oh, please do. Oh, did you want to do it with me or just in general?
Just in general.
Okay,
I don't
okay.
mind if you'd want to join though.
Oh, I'll take an invite if you ever plan on doing it. I love talking shit.
Yeah.
I just don't like being involved in drama. But I love talking shit. I don't like drama. It seems like these things don't go together, but they do. But yeah, that's
Sorry, Lil. Both of us haven't really seen Harry Potter. But isn't Myrtle like a ghost girl
Yes.
in Harry Potter?
So I think her name's Moaning. I know a little bit.
Myrtle.
I think that's how she sounds too. Actually,
I think I
think
remember
you did
now.
great. Yeah, that's a good impression.
Thank you.
My mom really liked Harry Potter. She liked the movies. She didn't read the books or anything, but she liked it. She's
My
a ghost
my
who
whole
lives in the
family
toilet.
got Harry Potter tattoos.
Oh,
Yeah. I'm the only one who did it.
Was it the like army or whatever, the circle with the like triangle, or was it unrelated?
I think it was just the triangle. I don't know if they had a circle with it. I could be wrong.
Because I've seen
yeah.
a lot of people with like the circle with a triangle and a wand or whatever. Is it your birthday?
It's not my birthday, no.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Thank you anyways,
Happy
Thoski.
birthday.
I will take a happy birthday.
It's
Deathly
not my
Hallows
birth-
tattoo? Maybe. I think so.
Yeah, I don't know enough about it. I'm just talking out my ass. I've just seen people get those tattoos. Like I've seen people with those tattoos.
Hello? Sorry, I'm talking to myself. Oh
You're
yeah,
good.
it is that. It is the Deathly Hallows symbol.
Okay. Yeah, have a good errands, Rackjack, and peace, love, and mayhem to you as
Enjoy.
well. Your dad
Thank
took
you
you
for
to
being
see all the Harry Potter movies? You enjoyed them? That's how I feel. My mom took me to see the Harry Potter movies. I liked watching them with her, and she would watch them on TV every now and again. But like, I don't know. It was more about hanging out with my mom than like Harry Potter itself. I was like hanging out with my mom.
My family would watch it all the time.
Period. I was expecting you to say more. Thank you.
I don't know. I either
Happy
wouldn't pay
birthday to
attention.
me. Yeah, it's not
Oh, nice! It's everybody's birthday.
everyone's birthday. Happy birthday!
Oh no, wait!
Everyone.
It's like the
Unbirthday.
Alice in Wonderland thing. It's our unbirthdays.
It's our unbirthday. I was unborn. They put me back in the womb today. You're
did
like,
a fisting motion when you said that. Just shove it in.
oh no! I heard you like laugh laugh, but it got cut out, and I just heard.
I don't know why I did that.
That was me.
In case you guys needed a visual.
In case you needed to know how that works.
How you just get, yeah.
just shove it on in there.
Oh,
thank you.
Lil.
I appreciate it.
So.
When I really get to laughing, it's so bad because I just squeak and I can't breathe. Like,
oh
yeah, I'll just be like.
Oh, I hate the can't breathe laughs.
Yeah.
That's why I used to hate being tickled. I could never breathe.
I thought you meant you hate hearing them. I was like, oh, I'm sorry.
No.
You hate having them.
I hate, yeah. No, I'm sure you have a great laugh.
No, thank you. I know you have a good laugh because I heard it. Do I
nervous
ever...
laugh all the time.
That's valid.
Yes.
Do I
I'd
ever
hope
laugh?
so.
I don't really snort. And I'm not
I think I've snorted like once or twice.
That's fair.
But I don't think I've done it more than that.
I'm sure.
Sorry.
I probably have, but I can't. Like, it's not a normal occurrence for me. Enough to be like, oh yeah, I'm a snorty laugher. I just.
Oh yeah, I'm a snorter.
I'm a snorter.
I snort all the time.
They call me the hog down at the bar because I be snorting.
Oh my god, G.
That's awful.
Mm-hmm.
But
snorter.
Snorkety. But I think the last question I have for you was, what is your animation? Hear me out. So something. If you already, I was gonna like specify, but you already have the list, so I'll let you.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like a lot of the animation I watch isn't weird, but there's a lot of people who just think animation in general is weird and watching cartoons is weird.
Yeah.
But the one that I have watched that I feel like people are the most polar opposite about is Steven Universe.
I've had
like either.
No, you talk. I'll shut up.
Sorry. No, you're good.
You're okay.
I do that all the time.
I think
so
I just
either
get
like
excited.
Me too. I get excited, or I'm like afraid I'm gonna forget what I'm gonna say.
Yeah. Do you have ADD?
But I think so, but I haven't gotten diagnosed.
Okay.
I really need to. I need too bad.
I've heard that is also like an ADD thing. Because I have ADD and I was told that that's an ADD thing.
How'd you get diagnosed, by the way? Do you gotta go to a psychiatrist, or could you PCP do it?
I just went to my regular physician, my primary care physician, and I think that there's like a entry thing where they'll be like, hey, here's like a couple tests, or they'll like ask you a couple questions, and if they think that it's like, because mine said that I have like minor ADD, so like nothing that's like so bad it's distracting me from like day-to-day like life. However, I think I've just been undiagnosed with it for so long that I've just like created habits to fight the ADD things.
I see.
So and my doctor was like, yeah, you probably have ADD, but I don't think it's like you don't need to be medicated or anything. Because it's like under control. But that's neither here nor there. But yes, you can just ask your primary care physician if you're interested. It wasn't anything crazy when I asked.
Cool. I was already thinking about asking. I've never gone about getting diagnosed for anything before, so.
That's fair.
Oh, yeah, but yeah, with Steven Universe, everyone is either like, I refuse to watch this, or I absolutely hate it, or they're on the side of, I absolutely love this, and I'm starting a cult around it.
That's kind of wild.
I feel like there's very far and few in between.
See,
Free Steven Universe.
Free Steven Universe. I love Steven Universe. I'm not in the cult mindset of it. I just really like the songs. I think it's a really sweet story. I appreciate the representation. I think that the character designs are really good. I like the colors. I don't really have a lot of bad things to say about Steven Universe. I think it's like a very solid show. Until I did this event, I didn't know that people like were gung-ho against Steven Universe. I thought that it was like I thought it was like pretty universally like, maybe not like loved, but like most people, like I thought in my brain incorrectly that most people were like, yeah, it's a pretty good show. But I have found that it's a lot more divisive. I was like, wow, okay. Fair enough.
It's super divisive, and I don't understand why. And the thing is, I'm not cult either. However, if they made it like One Piece and just constantly released episodes about it, I would not be upset whatsoever. I would just be constantly watching it.
Yeah, no,
That's my only critique. I want more episodes. Well, I want another show.
They would have made more episodes. Have you watched the movie and then like the little like epilogue or whatever?
Yeah, I watched everything as soon as I finished the show.
Yeah.
At least that was on, was it Netflix?
It might have been on Netflix. It might have also...
It was either that or Hulu.
It might have been Hulu. It's also on like Max probably. I know it was on Hulu for a while. Oh, hello, John Solo. Thank you for following. But snowflakes who get angry. Yeah,
I do think that there is a little bit of a correlation of anytime there's a show that's got representation of any kind, people absolutely like
go feral,
hate
dude.
it. They go, it is a red flag a little bit. I can get not liking something because you don't like cartoons, but it is a little red flaggy if every show you're passionately hating just so happens to have representation. Hi, John Solo.
If you ask me.
A little sussy.
Looking a little sussy over there.
I love your big emotes, John. What was I doing?
We were just talking about
Steven
Universe.
I was looking up Steven Universe and what is it on? Honestly,
okay.
Netflix.
I don't think it's on Netflix anymore. I feel like I tried to watch it recently. Some of the episodes are on Hulu, but I don't think the full season's on Hulu.
No, you're so right. It's totally not on Netflix. Nothing of it is. So it must have been on Hulu that I watched it.
Yeah. You got a bunch of hearts.
Oh, thank you for the biddies. I appreciate it.
Thank you for the
and
biddies.
This is kind of like...
They're for you. They're your
really
biddies.
fun...
I'm thanking for your
biddies. As you should.
I am. I'm grateful that my friend is getting bits. I support the homies and their successes. There is what now?
What?
You said there's this really fun, and then I cut you off because I'm rude.
Oh, I was saying it's really funny that this song started playing right when John gave
the bids.
The biddies.
What song was it?
It's Everywhere I Go by Hollywood Undead.
Oh.
I find it a funny song in general. So it's a really funny song.
I don't think I know that one.
Well, the line that basically... Okay. So, the song goes, everywhere I go, bitches always know that Charlie Sheen has got a weenie that he loves to show. Everywhere I go. And then it goes again. And then when the chorus...
That, actually. That sounds familiar.
Yeah. And then the chorus is... when I start drinking, my brain does all my thinking. You know? It's great. It's a great song to start playing when someone shows love.
Yeah. That's so funny. I have heard, I think just, I probably heard the whole song, but those lyrics sound very familiar to me.
You probably have. It was a meme song for a minute.
Yeah, I like a good meme song. I mean, how can you hate on lyrics like, just like Shakespearean, like, finesse of Charlie Sheeney has a weenie that he likes to show?
So good. I don't know why. So it's just so funny.
Because it's stupid. Stupid, in parentheses, respectfully. Yes,
I agree. And I love it.
I didn't know that I loved it because I didn't know it formally, but I do love it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good one.
It's very good. But yeah, there's also back to the question, the hear me out for anime. Don't be sorry. I am lost on a tangent too. I'm the one who brought up Charlie Sheeney got a weenie, okay? All right. You have nothing to apologize for. But hear me out. You guys should watch, of course, Dead End, great show. But there's also Gentry Chow versus the Underworld. That's another show that I really wanted more, but it wasn't necessary to have more. I just want to binge shows, okay? And I want more to binge. But yeah,
this has been on my list of things to watch. The versus the Underworld.
The
Gentry Chow.
Yeah. It's really good. I liked it a lot.
I like the style. I like the good kind of like mix between like anime and Western art style. I like where they landed on that, on the scale.
Yeah, and I don't know, a lot of times intros for intros can kind of like give you spoilers a little bit of shows, and something that I expected to happen didn't happen. One of the guys they show as an angel in the intro of the show. He was
gonna like die, or?
No, I thought he was an angel because there's paranormal.
Okay. Oh, I guess
I thought I took it literally. I thought he was an angel. He was not an angel.
He's just a good guy, I guess.
I mean,
I guess we'll see.
If it's on your list, I'm not gonna spoil it, but yeah. He is a good guy for what he is.
Uh-oh. I'm getting so many mixed signals, but I guess I'll just have to see what you're talking about. But yeah, that looks like a good show. I think if you haven't already watched it, the level of entry for Don to Don might be a little uncomfortable, but Don to Don's a really good show.
I believe I watched Don to Don.
Oh, did you like it? If not, you know,
let me double check.
It's not gonna hurt my feelings. It only has one season out right now.
Nope, that's not what I want. Don. How do you spell it?
D-A-N.
Oh, Dan.
Dan.
Oh no, I haven't seen it. It's just over everywhere, basically.
Yeah, it's a bit of everywhere. But if you haven't seen it and you're interested at all, I definitely would recommend it. It has the first like couple of seasons of episodes of establishing are a little uncomfortable. There are a little bit of that, like, there's like a teenage girl in her underwear type thing. So just to warn you there's a little bit of SA.
I've heard that there's SA. And I've also heard that a lot of the cosplays people are doing are of the girl who got SA'd who is a child. And that it was the outfit that she had that happen in that everyone's cosplaying.
I think that's just her school uniform, if I'm not mistaken. because I'm pretty sure she just wears that throughout the show. It's not like it's not like specific to that event, unless they're literally like just wearing like the underwear. In which case,
I have seen people do that.
Yeah, that's something else entirely. That's not just her outfit. They're just being weird.
I also think not everything needs to be cosplayed. We don't need to cosplay children.
Yeah.
Especially not children who have been essayed. That's weird.
Well, where I'm at, though, is sometimes I do want to dress up like a Tokyo Mew Mew character. And I feel
like it's fine if you're not in the industry.
Ah, I see.
I am, so I wouldn't personally dress up as, you know, the Den-to-Den character. Maybe the grandma. I heard the grandma's great.
Oh yeah. No, the grandma's a good choice. Also, I didn't know you were in the industry, so it doesn't sway me either way, but
okay, good.
It's good to know.
Yeah,
because I want to. Sometimes I'll be like, you know, as a joke, I'll be like, "Oh, check out my OnlyFans." You know, I'm a very sexless person, but I'm like, I don't want to be insensitive or rude. You know?
No. That's fine. I'm not ever gonna be upset about that.
Okay. Cause I respect the industry. I think it's hard work what you do.
Thank you. But yeah, I'm just very passionate about not everything needs to be cosplayed, and that's a big one. I've heard a lot of people are cosplaying.
I see.
And I've once that show came out, I have seen a lot of people do the transition from her school uniform into her
like undies,
underwear. Yeah.
And I'm, you know, there's a line. I know that like there's a little bit of like dub con that people kind of get into, and you know, no shame
what does
there.
That mean?
Like dubious consent. So it's like,
but that's you're not the character, so you can't give consent for the character,
right? Like that is also like a
even if it's not a real person,
right?
It's still weird. It's still icky.
Yeah, it's a big yucky yuck.
Mine? Or are you asking about my friend?
Oh, I don't.
Because they don't do industry.
That, unfortunately, I'm not in the industry. The most I have considered making one, but only to play like eroge. So it's kind of like a different.
And that's fine. There are people who do like cooking shows on the fan sites.
Yeah.
Like everybody's got it. Yeah.
I think my issue is that I'm asexual, so like I'm like I don't know if anyone wants to come and watch like an asexual like person playing like games that are intently like, you know,
You're
literally
funny,
that, you know. So I think my deal is like I don't know if there's an audience for it, but I think it'd be funny.
I think if you're gonna do any, I think Fansly, their live streaming actually has discoverability. The other site does not. However, there are people who prefer the other site, the fans site. So you could have both just for
diversity's
who prefers
sake.
what.
Yeah. The same way I have like a Twitch and like a YouTube.
But it's also, you have to think about it. It's not
Your
easy. Family's probably gonna find it. All right. It might affect future jobs, depending.
Yeah. I mean, I stay pretty faceless, but I definitely get. I would still be doing my little. No, totally. Like I said, I completely respect it, and I understand. Like, there's like so much unnecessary like what would you call it? Like
stigma.
stigma, but like baggage that comes along with it for no fucking reason. It's like, shut up. A woman don't need to be nude to be hot. I mean, fair. Nobody's saying that. I think it's just more of a, some people do want to see hot women nude, and that's fine. That's totally fine. That's not the issue. The issue is when people are weird about it.
It also can get overwhelming because if you don't offer that, there will be people who will be upset with you for it.
Be nonstop about it.
Even if you have it in your bio, a lot of people don't read your bio. When I first started, I didn't do anything. I was like at most ludity.
Like pinup
type. Yeah, like lewd stuff, cosplays, stuff like that. And back in that time, I definitely got a lot of people like trying to pressure me to do more, or who would be upset that I don't do more, even though I stated clearly in my bio that I don't do more.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is like, also something to expect.
Yeah, that's. I think that is because I love playing like Honey Pop. I think that's really fun. However, like if you can't stream Honey Pop, right? I don't know if you're familiar with the game.
I'm not, but I think you said something about it the last time.
Oh, yeah.
When we played Marvels.
Yeah. So it's just like I love those. I like playing games that are fun and silly, and sometimes they will have sexual content because that's not something that I shy away from. But I'm like, well, I can't share this with my audience because there are rules, right? So I would get it's Bejeweled with Boobs.
Bejeweled with Boobs is such a funny description.
It's an accurate description. It's exactly that. And I love it. I like playing those games, and I like, just like sometimes in a joking sense, sometimes in a genuine sense, just like being like, oh yeah, like it's not something I'm opposed to seeing, and not something that I'm like, ew, gross. But again, like I can't stream it, and if I put it on YouTube, it has to be heavily censored. So it's like, it would be kind of funny to just be like, let's look at like these kind of ridiculous, in some cases, like Honey Pop, which is a very like comedic game. Because, you can't be too serious when you got Bejeweled with titties, right? And then there's like some that are like really serious, like Katawa Shoujo, and it has sexual content in it. And it's really good. Oh, you got a sub. Yay!
Thank you, John. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for giving Skipper a sub. He's good people, so he deserves subs. But yeah,
and also, if you guys are in my chat and want to see my friend's full podcast, it is pinned to the channel. So yeah, we are talking about Ani-May-tion.
And I have a bunch of other episodes. If you like what me and Clover are talking about, you can go through and see kind of like other people's takes on animations. The questions that I ask are the same for every single guest, and I've just been surprised at how wildly different everyone's answers are. Even when they have the same answer, it seems like everyone has like their own reasonings for it. So if it's something you want to put on in the background while you're doing something and just kind of like listen to everyone's like animation hot takes,
we love hot takes here.
Yeah, there are a couple in there that I was surprised about. I was like, oh, I have a big mouth defender in one of mine. So, and she is a very, like, it was interesting to hear her take on it, because I am very much in your camp where I'm like, ooh, it's kind of yucky. I don't like the kid thing. But I did like hearing her take on it. If you're interested in that,
I feel like there's a part of it that is gratifying for me as a kid with a Florida education who never got like a sexual education.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, man, I wish I would have had some sort of education as a kid, and they would have been this blunt and told me the things I needed to know about being an adult and going through puberty and what was happening to my body, that type of stuff. Like, there's a part of me that can get that side, and then there's a part of me as I'm watching this as an adult, So it just feels weird.
Yeah, and it's for, like, what's
I'm
also
not
weird
that
is
kid anymore.
it's for adults. So maybe it's like a cathartic thing. I can totally get that. But yeah, if that's something
especially
you're interested
for those
in.
who have always been repressed as kids, a lot of like, you know,
and the
purity culture coming into it.
The show is actually very sex positive and very like open to exploring homosexuality and bisexuality and stuff like that. So like when she was telling me about stuff like that, I was like, you know what? Maybe I gave Big Mouth the harsher end of it. Still not a fan, but you know.
Yeah.
She
I'm
pulled
not
me
gonna
around.
be upset with you if you are a fan.
Right.
I just feel weird now as an adult watching it.
Yeah.
But there was a part of me when I first started watching it that I was like, I wish I had something like this when I was younger. Because, I mean, I watched Adult Swim as a kid.
Right. But they're not trying to educate you, or they're just assuming these adults already know, like, what the deal is, and they're just making silly ha-has. They're not trying to make you feel any kind of way about sexuality. They're just like, sex funny, teehee.
Yeah.
Which is fine, because it wasn't for kids, but, you know, kids end up watching it. But, yeah.
And I think that'll always be the case. Like, I know I stayed up till... When I was younger, we had to stay up until, I believe, midnight in order to have Adult Swim play on the TV.
Was it midnight? It comes on at, like...
Maybe it was 1 a.m.
8 or 9 or something. Maybe
you know what? I might be thinking of the anime. I'm thinking of the anime on Adult Swim.
Yeah, the anime on Adult Swim used to come on like at like 1 in the morning or something. But like Family Guy and Futurama used to come on at like 8 or 9.
It was wild watching Robot Chicken and then it will switch over to Inuyasha.
Yeah, like, oh, okay. Once I discovered that anime would come on at like 1 in the morning, it was over. I was like, my mom was like, you need to go to bed. And I was like, but Mom, the new episode of Inuyasha comes on at midnight. And she's like...
That was crazy.
Yeah. Well, my mom has always, like, known what I've been watching and what I'm into, because, like, she wouldn't necessarily watch it with me, but she was, like, aware, but not fully aware, because, yeah, I mean, but she knew Inuyasha, and she was like, oh, okay, this is, like, anime cartoon with titties in it. Like, that's fine. I have titties, you'll have titties, it'll be fine.
I don't remember the titties.
In the manga, they
I remember
have,
as wholesome for some reason.
And in the manga, they'll just have like titties out. Like the demons will have like they'll be like topless sometimes, but it's more of like a Barbie effect. They don't usually
honestly
have nips.
As they should.
Yeah. I mean, if you're gonna be a demon, you might as well free the nip, you know.
Yeah, exactly. What else? What do you got to lose? You're already a demon.
Right, like what, they're gonna be mad at you for having your titties out? You're a demon.
Yeah. I
just flaunt it at that point, like who cares?
Exactly, and I'm sure they're great.
They are great. But yeah, is there anything else that you want to share? We're a little bit over time, and I don't want to keep you for too long. I do enjoy yapping with you, but I respect your time.
Aw, I enjoy yapping with you too. I'm probably just gonna play Marvel Rivals after this.
Oh.
Yeah, but I don't really think that there's anything else I have to say.
All right. Well,
I had fun.
Yeah, have fun. And if you ever, I know I'm not very good, so I will not be able to help you to get to Plat or Grandmaster or whatever you're doing. But if you ever want to play Marvel Rivals, just like throw me a invite, and you're always welcome if you want to play on Sundays with us on your alt. We had a lot of fun playing with you. So that's an open invite. I had fun playing with
you guys too.
Yeah.
We definitely did really good once I started like being a little vocal about what we should be doing.
Yeah, so I hope you should do not ever feel bad about doing that. We, like, especially me, I'm very new to those type of games. I genuinely don't know what to do. So I'm like, I don't like, it doesn't, like you saying like, oh, if this helps out, like you telling me stuff about the, like Luna Snow ult, that was very helpful. I'm trying to learn how to do Cloak and Dagger, so I definitely like got a little bit of tips.
Cloak and Dagger's great. And I can send you the video I used to get the reticle that I have for Cloak and Dagger specifically. Not only did it tell me the reticle to change, it also told me to change it to where the HUD is larger so that you can see at the bottom right of your screen that your cooldowns are about to come up and you're about to be able to do things. So that's really helpful too.
Because I need to aim. Oh yeah, aiming is impossible for me. Or you're saying you don't need to aim as Cloak and Dagger? I did a lot better healing objectively when I was Cloak and Dagger because like the aiming is not as bad because it just kind of like auto.
Yeah, it does do auto aim for the most part. The only issue is it's aiming at whatever is closer to your sentinel. Yeah, so the reason why I have giant circles around mine is so it shows how close I am to that dot and what it's going to go to, basically. It also shows where it's going to hit, because if it's not within this range of the dot, or of the circle, it's probably going to go through and hit a wall or something like that. And it does bounce off to people. But yeah.
But also, yeah, that's good to know. But yeah, don't, honestly, like, we kind of invited you to do a little bit of, like, coaching in a way, like, backseat gaming, because you seem really nice. So, like, we know that if you're, or I guess we didn't know, but our impression of you was that we figured you would be telling us everything in good faith and that you wouldn't be hateful about things.
Yeah, I never want to be too pushy either. I do got patience, so that's good.
Yeah, because I ultimately, like, if we're doing comp, like, we do want to learn. If we're, like, just fucking around in quick play, that time is just kind of like sandbox mode. And, like, you know, if you see us doing something silly and you're like, oh, hey, did you know? Because I think for me and other people in the group, and I'm not speaking for everyone because this is not, like, I know that some people do, like, go and they do, like, a lot of research. Like Sophie, she does a lot of research. And I don't.
That is
typical sad clown.
The Lord. Okay.
Yeah. She's lorded her. She has a what is the word? A quest to lord all the blonde girls.
That's so funny.
She's very funny. I love her. But that's her quest, and she's pretty close. But yeah. So I know that, like, a couple people, like, we're not super familiar with those types of games. A noble quest indeed. And we appreciate any, like, kind of notes like that, as long as we've also had people come in and be kind of aggressive about it, which we're like, hey man, you know, your notes are not helpful because all you're saying is, like, you're not doing this right, you're not doing this right, you're not doing this right. And it's not that we're opposed to being like, you know, hey, you need to, like, maybe work on this. Or like, hey, did you know it does this? Or hey, did you know it does that? And it's like, no, I didn't actually. That's really cool. So
yeah,
we do appreciate
there is
that.
Definitely a way you can say things, and it's also what was I gonna say?
You were gonna say that you're super cool and you like Marvel Rivals and you like yapping about cartoons.
I don't really feel upset by losses when I'm not on my main. That's why I got an alt.
Yeah.
So don't ever feel bad if we go on a losing streak. It kind of happens to everybody.
Yeah, and we will never play comp with people if they don't want to play comp, or if they do care about their rank, because we're like, you know, we're trying to have a good time. If you don't want to play comp, we're not going to force you to play comp, especially, like, there's some people that we've played with that aren't really concerned about rank, but they just don't like the pressure of playing comp, and we're like totally fine. So we try to be like pretty available, but we do appreciate you coming on almost as like a little mentor for our little comp games.
You guys did amazing, though. I was actually rewatching and clipping that stream today, and toward the end, we got like so many victories, and even some of the losses we got, they were so close. It was ridiculous.
Yeah. Well,
there was one thing that could have swapped or saved the game, and it was me. I could have ulted, but I didn't.
No, don't put that evil on you. You were doing great.
Well, I always, when I'm going through, and one of the reasons I go back and clip, not only for YouTube, but I also do it because I'm watching my gameplay and trying.
You're learning.
Yeah, I'm learning. Sorry, that was my alarm to start streaming, but I streamed early today. I've really got to fix my alarms.
No, I also am an alarm person. I have to set alarm. Like, I set a 30-minute alarm to warn me that I'm streaming today, and then, like, I have to set alarms to get up. And then sometimes, like, if I'm really working, I will literally have to set alarms to, like, eat and drink water. So...
Oh, God.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, I guess I better get water. I'm gonna have a bad
I honestly
time.
should utilize my alarms more. I feel like that might help me a lot.
Yeah, I just have to.
I only use them for, like, I need to start getting ready for something.
I mean, I have to do that too. But yeah, I try to use my alarms because I'm just, like, the most scatterbrained.
Me too.
But yeah, I got some chores I gotta do. But
okay.
If you're still around, maybe later I could play Marvel Rivals with you.
Okie dokie. Well, I will talk to you later then. It was fun. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it was fun hanging out. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye.
Well, thank you guys for coming to Ani-May-tion. I'm going to end the YouTube stream, but I'm gonna go ahead and raid into our friend Clover. As you guys